Are you afraid of feeling your feelings? Are you worried that if you let your feelings out, you don't know what will happen? Hi, I'm Renu Mehta Chang. I help women who are ready to rapidly transform their lives find out what they don't need in their bodies anymore, what they don't need to run the programs, the pre-recorded tapes that are constantly running in their minds. I help them to clear and release them so that they can have that life that they have dreamed of. The one where they look at others and aspire to be as, that can be them. Welcome all of you to this channel. If you're new and if you're returning back, it's an honor to be here with you on your journey, your soul path. And this soul path is not a tricky one, but it's a beautiful one. There are always these ebbs and flows that come in as we are on our journey. You know, when your soul comes down, you make this plan and you come down and you live your plan. And sometimes you veer off your plan. And that's okay. That is why this is a free will realm. We can make decisions and do things that are what our soul wants in this life. And sometimes on that path, we are instructed by the people in this realm to not show our feelings and to really not be in touch with our inner selves and to mask what we are feeling, especially when we are children. Many, many years ago, it was told that you should be seen but not heard, and children should learn to be tougher, to not express their emotions and their feelings, and to not share what they're feeling, but to be stronger, not cry, not express your sadness, just kind of grit and bear it and be stoic even. And this time, in this moment in time, in 2025 and beyond, that is not what we want to encourage our children and ourselves as adults. It can be hard to honor the feelings you're having, and it can be tough because we were brought up, no, you got to be tough. If you're a girl, if you're a boy, you can't cry, don't cry. And now I'm encouraging you to really feel your emotions. When you don't feel what you're feeling, all that energy gets stuck inside you. And if it's anger, if it's frustration, if it's sadness, if it's irritation. And now listen, I'm not encouraging having a big temper tantrum. I mean, if you need to, go into the closet and do it alone, right? So you don't hurt anybody. But I'm encouraging you to allow the emotion that's coming up to come up. So if you're feeling frustrated, you can allow it to come up and you can say, I'm feeling frustrated. Or if you're grieving, really feel that grief. Allow it to be felt. Because if you don't, it just stays stuck in our systems. And then that can really cause some stagnation in your being, in your physical, your energetic, your mental and emotional energy bodies and your chakras, and also in those meridians that run up and down our bodies. And when we have that stagnant energy, we're the flow of energy that's supposed to run up and down and through our bodies, that prana, that life force, goes all disjointed. And it, because there's stuck energy, it goes here and then it goes here and then it goes here, and it can't really flow beautifully and easily. And so what ends up happening is it's fighting against the stagnant energy that we have, this life force that gets stuck because it can't go around these big places that we haven't addressed, these emotions. And these emotions can be things that you just ignored in your childhood. It could be stemming from traumas. It could be stemming from situations where maybe you really wanted a hug and your parents were like, hey, get over it, and you didn't get that hug. That situation leaves energy, it leaves emotions in your being, and then that causes some stagnation. And it might not be a lot when you're little, but then that compounding effect can make it more and more and bigger and bigger. And then when you're older, in however old you are, depending on what you experienced in your childhood and in other lifetimes, by the way, it all stays here. When we get older, it's harder to feel those feelings, But more than that, that stagnation, that stagnant energy that's stuck can cause other issues like constant physical pain or chronic pain. For example, some person starts experiencing grief and sadness as they are younger, and they don't want to address it, so they lock it away in a box. And then more grief and situations occur and they just don't address it, so they put it in these separate sections of their life. What ends up happening is they get older, that stagnant energy builds up and builds up and builds up inside them. And that can lead, not always, but it can lead to dis-ease, which leads to disease. And that I have seen in some of my clients, where when they don't address each situations or I don't honor their feelings, it can turn into something much worse. And so you really want to honor what comes up for you. And if you've had emotions in your past that you may not have addressed, it's never late. You can always address them in this moment in time. And as I mentioned before, alternate lifetimes, if you've had situations that are coming up where you're like, I don't know why I'm so angry about this situation. It doesn't really bother me. Nothing's really happened to me in this life. It could be stemming from an alternate lifetime where it really affected you in that lifetime. So you can still heal it in this lifetime and help in the alternate lifetime and help you in this moment in time, in this life. So some points for you to know and to take away is there's no judgment. If you haven't been feeling your feelings, it's okay and it's safe. You are safe to feel. You're not broken by having these feelings or not feeling these feelings. You're perfectly in time. Everything is in divine timing. And I encourage you to write in a journal, to write out what you're feeling, because that is a key way to get some of these feelings out. I encourage you to do some meditation. If you are feeling some feelings coming up, you can be still, put some music on, and put your hands on your heart center, close your eyes down, and just feel what you're feeling and honor those feelings. Just allow them to come up. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to ugly cry, you ugly cry. It is just so cathartic, but also it helps you heal on a deeper level that you may not even realize you needed to heal. And if you are looking for some more help, I have a spiritual awakening kit. It's in the description box where there are some meditations and some tools you can use to help you clear away any of this stagnant energy, like the column of light meditation. And if anyone is feeling called to investigate further, pop me a comment, email it. We can riff this out together because I am here for you. You don't have to do this alone. And just so you know, I love you and I am here for you. And I'm sending you a lot of love, peace, harmony, and joy. Bye for now.